This is your code book. In this video we are going to discuss about functions in Python. The first question is, what is mean by function? A function is a set of statements that is used to perform a specific task. So a function is a collection of statements that help us to solve a specific problem. So what is the necessity of functions in Python and any other programming languages? So the first point is here, enhances program readability. So when you write a program using functions, that will help us to understand the code very easy. And the second point is, code reusability is the another advantages of functions. So once we create a function, we call that function n number of times. So that will help us to minimizing the repetitions of code. And another advantages is, we can break the large program into smaller segments. So large or complex program divided into smaller segments, again that will help us to write more efficient code. And one more point is, these functions will help us to identify the errors in a quick way. So easy to debug, that is the another advantages of functions. So these are the some of the advantages of functions. And next one is, how we are going to create a function in Python. So this is the syntax for creating a function in Python. Here this syntax divided into two parts. The first line number 1 is the function header, followed by rest of the things are known as body of the function. When we talk about function header, the first part is the DEF. So DEF stands for definition. It is a keyword in Python. So every function should start with this keyword DEF, followed by name of the function. So when you write a function name that is related to your problem, so that will help us to identify what is the purpose of that program. And the third part is parameters. Sometimes we need to receive the values from the another function. So the parameters are used to receive the values from another function. And the last part is the colon. So in function header contains 4 parts: keyword DEF, followed by function name, parameters, colon. Sometimes this parameter is optional one. And the second part is the body of the function. The first line is doc string, the documentation string. So this documentation string is an optional one, so which is used to describe what the function does. So what is the purpose of the function? Again, next, the function body contains the collection of statements to perform a specific task. And return expression, sometimes we need to return a value from this function to another function. So again, return is a optional one. So this is about the syntax of creating a function in Python. So let me explain with code, okay, how we are going to create a function in Python. So as I told, so the first one is def so the keyword of the function, and then next name of the function. So here I am going to write a program for addition of two numbers using Python. So my function name is add. Okay, so add, and then parameters. So here I am going to receive two numbers from another function. So I am going to declare two variables, a comma b and then colon. So this is the function header. So let me point out here. So this is the function header, and inside the function header, okay, so the next, the body of the statement should written in indentation. So I am going to perform addition of these two variables. So c is equal to a plus b, and then simply I am going to print the result on output screen. So sum comma c, and then next we are going to call the function. So I am x comma y is equal to 3 comma 2. So I have created two variables x and y, and then values for respectively 3 comma 2, and then now I am going to call that function. So add 3 comma x comma y. So let me run this code. So we got the sum is equal to 5. So let's identify the parts of this program. So as I told, this is the function header, and this in this line here a and b are the parameters. Okay, so a and b are the parameters, and here in this add x comma y is the function call. So when the function call is encountered, the control goes to the specified function. So the after executing this add x comma y, immediately the control goes to add function. So once the execution is completed, the control return back to this function. So the function call, and again here we have used two arguments, the arguments x and y. Okay, so x and y are the arguments. So the variables used in the function call, we can say arguments, and the variables used in the function definition, it is called as parameters. So x and y are the arguments, and then next another thing is, this is the called function. So the function called, this is the called function, and this one is the calling function. So another component we should know in the function. So this is the calling function, add is the called function. So these are the some of the parts of functions. So addition of two numbers using function. So components of function. So calling function, called function, and function call, and arguments and parameters. So let's take this same program, how we are going to use return statements. So here after this one, after the addition operation, I am going to return this sum value to the calling function. So return C. So we have to declare one more variable to receive the result. So I am going to declare z is equal to add x comma y, and then here I am going to use print sum comma set. So let me run the code. The same output we got. Okay, so the main difference is the here we are passing the returning a value from this add function to the calling function. So the result is printed in the calling function. So this is the one way to return values from one function to another function. So far we discussed about what is meant by function, what are the advantages of advantages in Python, and what is a syntax, and a simple program addition of two numbers using Python. Thank you.